Hi YouTube, Christine here, Skinny Brit to be. Quick update. I think it's week 58, maybe 59 coming up. Not sure. Post RNY gastric bypass for those of you that are following me, etc. Still losing, still not fantastic amounts, you know, half a pound, quarter of a pound. Nothing, just keeps on just gently strolling down. So what have I been up to? This week I went to see my GP to check on my blood test results and they all came back fine. A little bit low on my D vitamins, but he said that, you know, which isn't surprising. He reckons that, you know, this time of the year, etc. But I've been given strict instructions to do some sunbathing as soon as the sun comes out. Got to expose myself to the sun. But he wasn't unduly worried. Potassium levels were slightly low, but again, I think that's mainly due to the fact that I drink so much. And cortisol levels were slightly low too. But again, I think a lot of those can be answered by the fact that I drink an awful lot. But all in all, he was extremely happy with the way things were going. Couldn't believe my weight loss. It suddenly dawned on him that I'd lost at least his weight, and yeah, thrilled to bits. And I also asked him whether or not he would support me with the new support group that I've been in the process of starting up with a friend, another bypass patient, Margaret. And he suggests he was only too happy to. He took some leaflets, he took some posters. Said that one of his girls actually works at one of the other local surgeries and he would get her to take some posters and leaflets down to that surgery too. So the message is getting around, and we've got our first meeting on the 20th of March. So if anybody's interested and lives in the North Devon area and would like to know some more details about it, just get in touch. What else have I been doing? I've been weighing up whether or not, sorry, I'm gabbling, but got a lot to get in. Been weighing up in my mind whether or not to get myself an ice cream maker, because one of the things I really miss more than anything, I think, is ice cream. And I thought maybe I could make my own Weight Watchers, etc., and maybe introduce the family to it, etc. But in the meantime, I thought, okay, while I'm still debating whether or not I would really get a lot of use out of it, I started to experiment with making my own ice cream lollies. And I've now come up with a recipe that I am really pleased with. I'm just reaching for my book. And what do I make it with? Okay, for those of you Brits out there, what I use at the moment is Morrison's Instant Whip, Instant Delight, what's it called? Vanilla Delight. No added sugar. It's just a powder. I think in America it may be called pudding, but I'm not sure. It's just a powder that you mix up and it thickens. You mix it up with milk and it thickens. But I added half as much water again. So instead of one packet being twice as much milk. So instead of adding 300 mils of milk, I added 600 mils, but I added 2 scoops of my protein powder. Mixed it all up, whipped it all up well in my little magic bullet, and divided it into 7. Not quite sure why I decided on 7. I think that was why, because it made a reasonable size little lolly, and I used one of these little plastic cups, and I sent off on eBay for some brightly coloured lolly sticks. I was going to do a multicoloured lolly, but I thought the first one I'll just mess around and have something very simple just to make sure they taste nice. And they work out at 122 calories each, 10 grams of protein, how about that, and 5 grams of sugar, which I thought was not bad for a lolly, and a guilt-free lolly at that. So So I shall most definitely be making some more. They did take a little bit of time to freeze. In fact, really they took overnight, but oh, they were yummy. Yes, definitely we'll be making those again. So I've put my ice cream holder, ice cream maker purchase on hold for the time being until I have thought a little more about it. But I think that's all. No, I can't think of anything else at the moment. As I say, still going down. 170 pounds I think I've lost, and I'm at 165 point something pounds. So yes, very pleased with that. Very close to being into the normal BMI range. Not sure how much further I can go. A normal BMI, I've got to get down to 154.8, I think. And when I discussed it with the doctor, he agreed that probably as well I've got quite a lot of skin. I've got a lot of skin everywhere, including my stomach. It's sort of a bit like a loose wetsuit, you know. You can just lift it up and it pulls in all directions. Anyway, but never mind, it's hidden under my clothes. I think I look reasonable on the outside anyway. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Love you all. Thanks for watching, and thank you to all my new subscribers and old subscribers, as usual. Love you all. Bye.